Hello, and welcome to SummitClan Year 2. This is part of a series, and the link to the playlist of SummitClan is in the description, so check out Year 1 before watching this. Now, let's immediately get into StarClan. The first cat to die this year was Whimsypaw. I was quite shocked when I skipped the first moon of the year. First thing I saw was that Whimsypaw had died. She was bit by a snake and died from it. Her warrior name would have been Whimsycaw. Since she died the first moon, I don't really have anything else to say about her. The next cat to die this year was Bright Ear. His death picture contains blood, and it will be on screen in 3, 2, 1. He had been on a hunting patrol with Miriam when they encountered a wolverine, and now the picture is gone. He kept having thoughts about being in living cat's dreams, which kind of concerns me for next year. That is all I really have to say about him. And the last cat in StarClan this year is Sapale. She had been in a fight with an eagle and got extremely wounded, later passing away in the medicine den. Something I find hilarious was, immediately after she got wounded and went to the medicine den, someone confessed their feelings to her. She had rejected them, which, understandable, but she also didn't have feelings for them back. I'll say who it was when we get to them. Before she died, she went on a lot of hunting patrols. Now, on to the living cats. Lemonstar, Cicada Dance, and their 2 adopted kits, Fog Kit, who is a know-it-all, and Quick to Make Peace, and Boulder Kit, who is a daydreamer, quick-witted, and a lover of stories. And both are 2 moons old. I'll start off with Lemonstar. She is now 120 moons old, and she still has 8 lives left. Near the end of the year, she was found touching noses with a loner. And she was doing pretty good in the year. Lemonstar currently has little crushes on Goose Knight and Miriam. Cicada Dance is now 85 moons old. Despite her good teacher trait, she seemed to be struggling with mentoring Peekpaw in the year, which maybe could have just been them not really getting along that well. Cicada Dance was really upset when Sapale died, having had a lot of platonic like for her. She also has a crush on Brown Valley. Fog Kit and Boulder Kit haven't really done much, as they're only 2 moons old, so I don't really got anything to say about either of them. On to our head medicine cat, Scorchpelt. She is now 91 moons old. At the beginning of the year, she started wearing dried herbs in her fur. She's currently not working, as she was extremely upset when Sapale died and is still grieving her. On other relationship stuff, Scorchpelt has a crush on Lemonstar and a new cat that joined the clan this year. You'll see them later. Baypath. He is now 25 moons old, a fantastic healer, and a prophecy seeker. He was given his full name at 15. Earlier in the year, he was bickering with HoneyClan's medicine cat. He's got quite a bit of dislike for Scorchpelt, Lemonstar, Shy Ivy, and Agave back. He doesn't really like anyone in the clan, other than he platonically likes Cicada Dance quite a bit. Now, on to the warriors, starting with Shy Ivy. He is now 125 moons old, and he still hasn't retired yet. He wasn't doing great in the beginning of the year. He'd feel better, followed by more sickness, but after that, he was thankfully doing better. He's currently got a crush on Goose Knight and Cicada Dance. Miriam is now 95 moons old. He had been talking with a kitty pet early in the year and was also taking food from Two Legs, so I think his loyalty to the clan is kinda iffy, which is a little funny since he currently has a crush on Lemonstar. Beam Steep. He is now 68 moons old. He's somewhat concerned me, as once he had the thought that he believes weakness should be punished and not nurtured. He's got some dislike for Baypath and a lot of platonic like for Peekpaw. Now, we've got a new face, Hound Tumble. She is 63 moons old, ambitious, and an excellent teacher. She joined very late in the year, being invited by Lemon Star, Agaveback, and Shy Ivy. She's currently in the medicine den with a claw wound, as she just joined and has been hurt since she joined. She hasn't really done anything. The next cat is also a new face, Whistlepelt. He is 53 moons old, troublesome, a good teacher, and has steady paws. He was invited into the clan by Miriam, Peekpaw, and Gaveback. He had been a kitty pet and was abandoned. Because of the traits he got, I think his kitty pet name was Litten. Near the end of the year while on patrol, he had made fun of WetClan cats. Agaveback is now 30 moons old and an eloquent speaker. He had been the cat who confessed his feelings to Saphail and was rejected. He had a pretty big crush on her. He also has a little crush on Curly. Peak Spirit is now 21 moons old and a skilled mediator. He was made a full warrior at 13 moons old. He also believes weakness should be punished, not nurtured. At the end of the year, he was aggressive to a HoneyClan patrol. Cave Shine is now 20 moons old, has a keen eye, and is a learner of lore. He was made a full warrior at 16 moons old, so he probably felt kind of weird being so old when he was still an apprentice. He's got a bit of a crush on Curly. Speaking of her, Curly Strike is now 19 moons old and a great healer. She was made a warrior at 12 moons old. She is quite friendly with the other clans, which I really think is because of her being half clan. Speaking of her being half clan, her father and HoneyClan had 5 kits this year, and they're almost apprentices. She has crushes on Agaveback and Cave Shine, and before Saphail died, she also had a small crush on her. Goose Knight, Brown Valley, and their 3 kits, Flicker Kit, Half Kit, and Oleander Kit. The first moon of this year they became mates, and I was so happy for them. And then they ended up having kits. I'll start with Brown Valley. He is now 140 moons old. He had been the one to ask out Goose Knight. Brown Valley had kind of concerned me, because before Saphail died, his dislike for her was in the hate, so I was really worried he was gonna murder his own stepdaughter, but thankfully that didn't happen. He doesn't romantically like anyone other than Goose Knight, which I think is adorable. Now, Goose Knight. He retired to being an elder quite early in the year. He has a big crush on Lemon Star. And I think the reason he hasn't done anything about the crush is because he knows they both are just trying to take good care of their kids and that she is busy being leader. I'm not sure how he'd feel about Polly, so we'll see what happens there. He also has a small crush on Shy Ivy. He also has some dislike for Half Kit. Now, the kits. All 3 of them are 4 moons old. Goose Knight and Brown Valley had found a kitty pet outside of the clans willing to be a surrogate for their kits. The kitty pet's name is Gardenia. The litter was split. Flicker Kit and Oleander Kit are Goose Knight's, and Half Kit is Brown Valley's, which... Goose, why do you dislike the only one of your kits who is related to Brown Valley? And now, we're gonna get to the other clans and their high-ranked members. For the leaders, we actually have all the same ones. Lemon Star still has 8 lives left, as mentioned earlier. Slow Star and Antler Clan. I am shocked she's still alive. I really thought she was going to be dead this year, but no. But she is now only at 1 life left, so I'd be extremely shocked if she is still leader next year. Shaded Star in HoneyClan. She is not mentally doing great. She keeps having thoughts about the responsibility of clan leaders crushing her. She is a lot younger than the other leaders, so I kind of wonder if that's why. If she is still having thoughts like that next year, I might roll to see if she retires. She still has all 9 of her lives. Bone Star in WetClan. Our relationships with WetClan are hostile, so I do worry about that. Bone Star was mates with someone in his clan. They had kits, and they basically immediately broke up. So I don't think they really got along well, and didn't realize till after they had kits. He still has all 9 lives. On to the deputies. We still have Cicada Dance, who I talked about earlier. We still have Timberlight and Antler Clan. Early in the year, he had confessed his feelings to Agaveback and Bright Ear's mother, Whirlhail, but was rejected. I'm expecting he'll be leader next year. We still have Greenstripe and Honey Clan. I don't think she's been doing the best as leader, so if Shaded Star does retire from being leader and Greenstripe becomes leader, I'll be a little worried. Wet Clan still has Peak Blossom. She's definitely doing a lot better this year than she was last year. Definitely not as stressed, but that might change depending on what happens with the hostility between SummitClan and Wet Clan. Lastly, the Medicine Cats. We already talked about Scorchpelt and Baypath. Antler Clan still has Briarspeck, and he actually became mates with one of their warriors this year and adopted 3 kits. Briarspeck also got an apprentice this year, Magnolia Paw. He's been doing pretty good as a Medicine Cat apprentice, but he doesn't really seem to like Briarspeck that much. Honey Clan still has Bristle River, and he got an apprentice this year, Quickpaw. They've been doing pretty good working together. Wet Clan thankfully got Medicine Cats this year. Yarrow Blaze joined, having been a traveling healer, and he got an apprentice, Beluga Paw. She's been kinda upset because her sister died. And that's it for year 2. I tried something different with the speed paint and would love if you could give me feedback on it. Since I'm new to this, I'm just trying out whatever works best. Hope you enjoyed this year, and if you did, consider subscribing to see more. I plan to try to get the next year out quicker. Bye!